What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Enlightened Athlete Show. This is the first episode we are doing the video component with the audio component. So, if you're not, head over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is just Enlightened Athlete. You can find our podcast for just the audio format on anywhere that you find your podcast. It's called the Enlightened Athlete Podcast. So, we're keeping it simple there. So, go ahead, find that, subscribe, listen, send it to some friends if they need help with their health or have any questions or anything like that. We would greatly appreciate it. So, what are we going to talk about today? Having no time to work out. I hear this one a lot, and I always kind of get the same response like, oh, I'm just really busy throughout the day, or kids to get ready, or whatever. And yeah, those are valid excuses, and I'm not going to lie to you, those are valid. But the time is never going to present itself magically. You have got to carve the time out. So, what we're going to do today is dive into 3 or 4 different things that you can do. So finding some time, how to use that time, what to do in the workout, and how to start seeing some results. So the first thing is we have to determine whether or not you actually don't have time to work out, or if you do have time to work out and you're just not prioritizing your time and managing your time well. What do I mean by that? If we went through your schedule, your calendar on a daily basis in like 10 or 15 minute increments, I bet we could pull out an hour or 2 hours even during the day or in the morning, or if we could shift something and batch some calls or batch some emails, we could find some time for you to work out. Or maybe you're just utilizing your time poorly by binge watching things on Netflix, watching your favorite shows on TV, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, watching useless videos on YouTube. You can check your phone right now. If you go into your phone and check your phone, you can see how much time you've actually spent on those social media apps. And for me, I did this, and it was astounding. I was pretty appalled with myself for a while, and I was complaining about stuff. So I realized I gotta put the kibosh on that. We can't do that shit anymore because it's affecting me. My obligation to myself, my family, and my business is to operate at the highest level. It is a necessity for me to operate at a high level. And if I'm not working out, I'm not operating at my highest level. Mentally, physically, I don't feel good. I'm beating myself up. I get nervous, anxious, depressed. So we have to fight that, and we have got to take care of our priorities. Can you engage in social media and Netflix and YouTube? Yes, absolutely. I do it as well, but I handle my shit first. The important things are done first, right off the bat, okay? Once you handle the important stuff, then you can reward yourself with the downtime stuff, the enjoyable things. So let's hop right into it. Number 1, you're going to have to carve the time out of your schedule. It is not going to magically appear, like I said. You're going to have to carve it out, set it, and do not forget it, okay? It could be in the early morning before everybody gets up and going, before your kids are up, your wife is up and going, or your husband. And, the other thing is it could be over your lunch hour. If you have an hour for lunch, maybe you eat and then you crush a quick workout. It could also be in the evening after you put your kids to bed, right? I mean, that's not great for sleep sometimes, but hey, man, sometimes you got to get it in where you can get it in. And then if you can't do it during the week on certain days, you're going to do it on the weekends, okay? Now, even if you have places to go, things to do, you can get up early, you can do body weight workouts, kettlebell workouts, but we'll get to that. So once you've found the time, and you've carved it out of your schedule, you set it in. I use like Google Calendar. So it's in there every day. I can't overschedule. I can't book clients on there. I can't book calls or do emails during that time. It is just my time for me. After that, you've made the time. So number 2 is you made the time. Now you have to use that time effectively. You have to focus, okay? And when you focus, you will get more done in less time. You have to stay like laser visioned on the goal. And the goal is to work out really hard and get that shit done, get in and get out. Okay? Number 3 is plan your workout. You got to know what you're doing before you go in. You've got to know your sets, your reps, your movements, the circuit. Are you doing an AMRAP? Are you doing, strength training? What are you doing for the day? You should know your rest intervals. You should know everything about what you're doing before you walk in if you're crunched on time. Okay, you don't have the luxury of walking in, hem-hawing, and picking this up, picking that up, putting this down. So you know what you're doing before you get there, right? It takes all of the guesswork out. It takes all of the wait time out. You're going to do a quick dynamic warm-up, and you're going to do the workout that you have scheduled. Last one, what do you do in the workout? Full body movements. Full body movements are king, especially when you're short on time. I like using kettlebells or dumbbells. Those seem to be the most effective. They're also the easiest to transport. So like, let's say you have 30 minutes for lunch. You take a kettlebell to your office, you shut your door, and you do 15-minute AMRAP. You do circuits, right? So you're going to structure it typically in a circuit with low on time. That's what I would do. And then on top of that, you're going to be incorporating full body movements. So you're going to try to hit the whole body in the workout and not isolate. We're not going to do bodybuilding splits because typically that takes a lot of time. You're going to be doing 3 sets of 10 to 15 to 20 reps of just your biceps. And then you're going to be moving on. You're going to have 30 seconds to a minute of rest on that. Then you're going to move on to the next movement where you're going to do 3 sets on your triceps. We don't have time for that because you're short on time, right? So circuits, full body movements. You're going to do clean and presses with kettlebells, dumbbells, snatches, burpees, squats, lunges, jumping jacks, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, flutter kicks. I mean, you name it, you can do it. So body weight, kettlebell, dumbbell, grab one of those, bust out a circuit. Once you do that, you're going to feel much better. You're going to operate at a higher level. Your brain's going to be working better because of BDNF, brain-driven neurotrophic factor. When you do hard, intense exercise, that is upregulated and released. It helps with focus. It can boost your mood. Obviously, we've heard all the effects of exercise. So we need to do this. You need to do this. That's what you're going to do. So find out what you're going to do. Grab your tool, full body exercise. Focus, get in, get out, and done.